had no home to rely on, driving around in a passenger van, dreaming of when I'd ever begin to start my life. That's when I moved to the city to be on the stage, but the curtain had closed. You walked in the room, and that's when I knew that I was home, and my life will begin. Didn't believe it was true till I met somebody. I met somebody like you. Had no direction to move till I met somebody. I met somebody like you. You took a flight from the desert to take up a room with a mutual friend. Couches and wine and everything's fine. Just one day at a time, and it gets you by. I didn't believe it was true till I met somebody. I met somebody like you. Had no direction to move till I met somebody. I met somebody like you. Somebody like you. Somebody like you. I was just fading away till I met you. I was just notes on a page till I met you. I never imagined the day when I'd meet somebody like you. Couldn't believe it was true till I met somebody. I met somebody like you. Somebody like you. Somebody like you. I didn't believe it was true till I met somebody. I met somebody like you. Had no direction to move till I met somebody. I met somebody like you. I didn't believe it was true till I met somebody. I met somebody like you. Had no direction to move till I met somebody. I met somebody like you.
Going hot. Hi, everyone. I've been here the whole time. Welcome to Songwriters Room, presented by Locala. I said it backwards, but it doesn't matter. It's live. So we have in the studio with me a band you might have heard of already, because we already did one with them. But we're bringing them back, and we're having better audio this time. So please welcome Glizzy Gillespie.
Thank you very much for having us.
Did I fuck it up with time? Did I say it right?
Yeah, this is the lovely Josh Jacobs. That is,
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
he's
Thank
here
you,
interviewing us.
gentlemen. I didn't introduce myself. You're right. I did not do that. I'm Josh. You know me. It's fine.
Joshua Jacobs.
Yeah, it's a
thanks.
pleasure.
Man.
It was just a fever dream. I was kidding. Welcome back, dudes.
Why did this turn
Thank
into
you
a
very
sitcom?
much.
I don't know. I
feel
feel like we
a
have our own
episode
laugh
of
track
Seinfeld
already.
where
We
Kramer
kinda do.
got the Merv
We-
Griffin set.
Yeah, I
Remember?
feel like
That's what it feels like.
this is definitely going to be one of the most different songwriters rooms
Yes.
because Josh records us. We're working on a full length right now.
Yeah.
And this is what it's like recording with him
Oh,
every
100%.
time. We get like a song done a day.
It's just shooting the shit
Because-
afterwards. This is like
Because literally like a third of the time we spend just laughing and joking and talking
Just
about
coming up
things
with
that
weird bits
aren't music
Yeah.
at all,
No.
music related.
but inspiration.
And then we get like 2 good takes and you're like, that's good.
That's
a
good.
wrap."
We got it.
There
We're
we go.
good. No, but welcome back. We're glad that you guys can come back and hang out with us. And Kyle, I can actually hear you
Hello.
this time. What's up, bud?
Yeah, I'm here this time. You know, I'm excited to be heard.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I heard
Appreciate
you had
Yeah.
some thoughts about. No, I'm just kidding.
that. No, honestly, yeah, I was thinking, yeah, maybe that's why I did so well was because I somehow knew that everything I was saying just was going straight to the wind. Like no ears would hear it. But you know, here we are today. A little bit more pressure.
Well, awesome. Well,
That
now
happened to me last year at Wiener Wars, and then I just really went off filter, and then realized after I set that
oh, we heard everything.
everybody could hear everything.
That's the day we learned the true importance of a monitor.
Right.
What a
Yeah.
monitor will do
Oh,
for
man.
you.
Man.
It's
Wonders.
wonderful.
Monitors, kids. If you don't have one, get one.
Honestly, yeah, we recommend it very highly.
Just monitor yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play a song, because that's the.
Just gonna ask you to play me a song.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Please do.
I wrote one about this town, kinda. I don't know. It could be any town. I gave away the goose, I think, already. This town could be, or this song could be about any town. This town could be about any song.
Universally relatable. Let's
But yeah, this song is called "Some Great Unknown." I'm gonna play that for you now.
Well, take it away,
Welcome to the
guys.
Goofy Hour with Josh Jacobs.
Love that title.
Me and Jeff hit the road last week. We wandered the mountains. The lost boys meet, and I know it's cliche, but I felt so alive. We took our girls to a drive-in show. We ran through the aisles and cut our toes. Oh, I know this is cliche, but I felt so alive. Out where the wild winds blow, the shades of blue, the coyotes are wailing. I'm looking at you in this moment. It's all that we had. I don't care, let the stars roll by. Infinity's dance, I would give you this world, given half a chance, and I know you're gonna blow us away. Well, the mayor of this small hick town's in the clan. You can see it in his eyes. When you shake his hand, feels like the devil has got a hold of you. But no one seems to care about what he incites. It's a madhouse, babe. The blind's leading the blind. I know we should run and get out of this town. Out where the wild winds blow, the shades of blue, the coyotes are wailing. I'm looking at you in this moment. It's all that we have. I don't care, let the stars roll by. An infinity's dance, I would give you this world, given half a chance, and I know you're gonna blow us away. There's some great unknown. Don't close your eyes. See a world so full of beauty and surprise. And some great unknown. Just take my hand. I know it's not much, but it's our promised land. Some great unknown. And don't close your eyes. See a world so full of beauty and surprise. Some great unknown. Just take my hand. I know it's not much, but it's our promised land. Some great unknown. Oh, thanks, guys.
Beautiful,
yeah.
Josh.
That was beautiful, as
Beautiful.
always.
Thanks, man. It's,
Yeah, that's
it's a lot tamer. Totally
that's
could
a-
be about any town. I don't know.
That's a great song to hand jive to, my man.
Yeah, I know. You
Yeah.
guys were
Yeah.
killing it. I
This
was
is a good.
killing
We're
it.
trying not to
Yeah.
distract you too much, but
That was beautiful.
I was trying to remember. It just incited it within me.
I didn't
you
know it, so he kind of taught it to me.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, I'm glad that song taught you the hand jive.
We
Taylor.
all learned something here.
It was
Yeah.
beautiful. And you can learn something too.
Yeah. Yeah,
so-
watch that hand jive. We put it back. I retroactively did.
If you
figure it
watch
out.
me learn it, you'll get it.
Yeah. It's like a baby bird learning to fly.
yeah. If you watch someone
Yeah,
learn
I was
something,
the
you're
first
bound
one
to learn
tossed
it
out.
too.
I gotta do it.
You gotta spread them.
Uh,
Your wings.
Your
Josh.
wings.
oh yes.
Yeah, the wings.
If you take anything away from this show tonight, you gotta spread them.
Mhm.
Your wings, that
Wings.
is.
Your wings.
Your wings.
Um.
Fly.
Yep.
So how are you, fellas?
Oh, pretty good.
We're
Yeah.
doing good.
Yeah. We just realized
Yeah.
that we're halfway through like a tour.
Yeah, we accidentally booked a tour.
Yeah.
Right. We've I mean
We
I've
didn't
known
think
enough,
about it.
I've known enough like local bands and they'll be like, "Hey, we're going on tour." And it's like
Yeah, you want to play with
it's
us?
like 3 dates or like 4
Mhm.
dates.
Yeah.
And it's like
Like a little weekend
tour in
run.
Ocala and then like one's in a different city and one's in
Mhm.
another different city and then we were like, "Hey, we're kind of doing that." We played Jacksonville yesterday. We're playing Orlando tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah, we
shit,
started
that's
with
And then,
awesome.
we're playing
We did
Mutiny again
Tampa
on
not long
Wednesday.
ago. Tampa was like 2 weeks
Mutiny.
ago.
Have
Yeah.
you guys heard of
Yep.
Mutiny? This is it's a
Mutiny,
local-
yeah,
local
it's
bar, really
yeah,
good.
we're trying
Yeah.
to get our foot in the door there. Really,
I
yeah.
think you guys fit perfectly in
Thank
there.
you, I appreciate
Oh
it.
no,
yeah.
what are you guys playing in Orlando? For
Uncle Lou's.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah,
beautiful.
I cannot wait to
Yeah.
play
Yes.
that venue.
yeah. It's gonna be rowdy. It's gonna be a good one.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
We're playing with some great bands: Torture, Colorblind Dinosaurs,
Yeah,
Colorblind Dinosaurs. Didn't they play?
they played Mutiny a couple
yeah, I
times
was
now.
about to
Yeah,
say,
Spider Bucket.
Spider.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
also
Spider
a name
Bucket's
of one of the
also-
bands that's going to be playing at Mutiny with us and Colorblind Dinosaurs on
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Oh, sweet, awesome, very cool.
It's going to be a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Oh, this is live, so this is great.
like,
yeah.
this
this
Wednesday.
Wednesday you should
this
come out
Wednesday.
to Mutiny
Yeah,
in Ocala downtown.
Wednesday the number 10th.
The number 10th.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
We're
don't-
that
we're
one.
the 10th now, right?
15th?
Yeah, I think so.
Is
15th?
Wednesday
Was it?
15th?
No, it's like
14th.
the
14th.
14th. I
Don't show up
know.
on the 15th.
Our lovely
Oh, do
producer
show up on the
Lisa.
15th. Show up at Mutiny
is-
on any day of the week.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll,
yeah.
we'll love you
Yeah.
if you're cool.
Yeah. Don't be a
Don't
dick.
Don't be
a
weird
dick,
about
don't
it.
be lame. will
Or you'll
talk
get your
about
name on a
that.
wall and be shamed forever. Do you guys
That's
still
like
do
the
it?
least shaming we do.
Yeah, that's.
It's the lightest shaming we do.
That's light shame.
Honestly.
Shame light, really. So awesome. So you guys accidentally booked a tour. You played Jacksonville last night, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, last night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we played at this wonderful venue called the Walrus.
how was that?
second time there.
It was cool. We played with Swamp Rats and a like subsection of
Oh,
Lost
yeah.
Bone called Moonlight Holler.
Yeah,
Confession Kids got sick, but I still want to shout them out because they're like one of my favorite bands that we
so
play with.
good, man. Yeah,
Like
out of
I
Gainesville.
love that they are down to play almost any show with us because it's like knowing that the show that we go to play is gonna have like one of my favorite bands to watch. There.
Yeah.
So every time they play, we just get excited to play it. You know.
Yeah. That's how I feel anytime I'm lucky enough to jump on a show with somebody. Is like it's usually a show that I'm excited to just like check out my buds,
Right.
And
Yeah.
and see them play. Sweet. Well, I heard that at the show you came up with a new number system.
Oh, we did. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you want to go over that one?
Yeah, we man, we were racking our brain on how many songs we're gonna play last night because ended up being a little bit of a smaller crowd. Lots of stuff. December's a busy month, you know, so it's kind of tough to
Yeah.
pin down what's going
It
on.
was a little slow, but a very
So-
intimate crowd.
Yeah, we didn't
we-
have an actual set.
I
planned.
think we're the only people that drew.
Yeah, we kind of were. Oof.
There was like it was like the crowd was like all the bands, 2 other people,
What?
2 or 3 people, and then some people like trickled in as the show was going on.
Yeah.
But like they didn't know about the show.
They
It
were
was-
like,
those
I'm
were-
here
yeah,
to drink.
those
Oh,
were
they're
like-
playing.
3 people that came outside of all the other bands being our audience saw us the first time we played at that venue and came out to Shanghai Nobbies when we played there in St. Augustine
Oh, I didn't know
a
that.
few weeks later. Yeah.
That's cool. Well,
sick.
shout out
And
to
they
them.
hit us up. They're like, "Hey, you're gonna be there? Are you gonna have shirts?" And we're working on shirts. Speaking of merch, Kyle and I both wore our Juan Bengoa t-shirts.
It's beautiful.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, he
I
wore
love that
the
picture one.
he wore the Audi and I wore the
I
innie.
wore the bones. He wore the skins.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
yeah, we
Awesome.
don't waste anything here.
Nope.
But yeah, so you're trying to figure out set to play.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out what songs we were gonna play, how many songs we were gonna play, and so somebody was like, "Oh, play a million or something." And I was thinking, "Okay, we'll play a Glizzillion." And so I asked Taylor, like, "How many songs do you want to play?" And he says, "I don't know, maybe 5."
Yeah.
So-
max.
We ended up playing only 4. So a Glizzillion is now it's a deceptive number. You know, like imaginary numbers back in math. This is a deceptive number. A Glizzillion is 5, you know, person to person, but in actuality, when it transpires, is only 4.
Could be 4.
Yeah. So it's a
'Cause Swamp-
multi-dimensional
Swamp
number.
Rats used a
Yeah.
Glizzillion for their set after
They also used a
ours
Glizzillion,
and
yeah.
ended up playing all 5.
Wow.
They did
Yeah.
a proper Glizzillion.
Maybe
So
it's
like
just a tricky. Maybe
so
that's
like
the
Glizzillion
deceptive.
Maybe it's
and
whatever
half.
you want it to be.
Oh, maybe it's an like X. It's an it's an unknown integer.
Right.
Yes. Solve for Glizzillion.
Solve for
Glizzillion.
Glizzillion.
It's
That's also a
impossible.
good album.
That's coming
name.
to Marion
Solve
County
for Glizzillion,
schools
isn't it?
Yeah, solve for
here in just a minute
Glizzillion.
too. It's Glizzillion. It's
We
a new
also
number.
think of a good album name every like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's really rough because we're trying to record a really big album, and we've got so many album names that we're like,
Yeah.
man, we
We
should
are
just keep
halfway. Yeah, we're halfway
keep
through a
doing E
full length
EPs.
of 20 songs with this beautiful gentleman here
Yeah,
recording
that's
us.
That's gonna be.
And
It's gonna be like.
it's gonna be something, all right.
I'm already pretty biased when it comes to it. It's sounding really good.
Thanks.
It's already sounding great, and
I
we
appreciate that because you sound amazing all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks. That's
Honestly,
kind
I
of
mean
you.
that is a thing. Like, if you go and listen to Fever Dreams, their stuff, it's so well like orchestrated. Like the sound is
And your
atmospheric,
voice
even
is-
live. So I knew,
I
you know, when we're
appreciate
going to
chef's
record,
kiss.
like coming in with this guy.
No,
They know sound.
Me and Matthew,
Think about that.
the other guy in the band in Fever Dreams, when you guys came in and agreed to do it, we were really stoked, and we got most of because you're doing halves pretty much is straight down the middle. You've got uke songs and you've got banjo songs, and the uke songs are pretty much down with a few exceptions of like overdubs and stuff like that, but it's sounding so like pure and natural. It's got like a Bon Iver feel to it, which is interesting. And plus, like you think with Glizzy Gillespie as kind of like, oh, you know, what was it? What's the tagline? We're just a hot dog band in the real world, or what was?
They're not songs about hot dogs. They're songs based in a hot dog world.
That's it.
Which
that's
is
right.
this world. We do live in a
Right.
hot dog
Oh
world.
yeah, absolutely.
If
Hot
you're unaware
dogs
of it,
exist.
yeah.
Hot dogs exist in this
they're
world.
out there, folks. Watch
Yeah.
out.
Watch out.
Look out.
They're
Yeah.
there.
And
So,
delicious.
but yeah, it is. They are very sincere songs, very very tender at times and very poignant at others.
Just like a hot dog.
Which is, I was gonna say, which is a very interesting thing because like we have to clear up with a lot of venues before we get booked that we do not sing songs about hot dogs.
We're not a
And
really
I'm like,
funny
it's
band.
just a name.
We're not a
You know what I
gimmick
mean?
band.
Like, yeah, it's not a gimmick band. A lot
Yeah.
of people think it's a gimmick band and we're gonna come in there and sing about hot dogs for 30 minutes. But instead,
Yeah.
we sing about bullshit for an hour.
It's a hint of a gimmick because we'll do things like we have a hot dog microphone and we want like we got ketchup and mustard cables
Again.
sometimes, but no, none of the
Yeah.
songs are
The hot dog.
they're not
microphone
even
is
really
cool.
they're not like direct like haha funny like we're not like
No.
a jokey band, which I feel like some people might expect with the name.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally. And the hot dog microphone, like when we set up, we played a show at the Skipper Smokehouse in Tampa, which is like a pretty famous venue
Yeah.
across the
Yeah.
state. We played with the Apple
Pretty
Butter
big
Express.
deal.
It was a great time. It was the first time we had like a proper sound guy and
You showed
a
me them.
system and
They're-
everything.
Yeah.
And when we came up, he was not thrilled
About the hot dog mic.
about the hot dog mic.
No, he was like, I
It was
gotta
like,
change this out for
oh
this.
man, I gotta change a
chucklehead."
mic out for this hot dog microphone. But after we played, he came up and was thrilled. He was like, "That was so much fun,
Yeah,
guys.
it's- Yeah, you guys
We had
are-
a great time. This
seriously.
was awesome." And
Yeah, he really loved it.
As
Well, we
someone
turned
who
him
I
around.
think
Right.
may have listened to your songs the most, and like there have probably been people who have listened to it over a span of time. I have listened to them so much in a small amount of time that I think it outweighs everything.
Yeah.
You guys, like from your live show to your recorded stuff, like it is like there's a good copacetic relationship between the two. Like
We-
the live and the recorded, it doesn't feel different. Like if you go to a recorded like song and you're like, wow, that sounds really good, and you hear them live and you're like, that doesn't sound anything like that song.
Yeah, everybody hears them,
I
you
see
know,
what
on
you
the
mean.
EP, and it's nice, and you know, they listen to them, and then they show up to the live thing, and I'm just slamming my foot on a briefcase, and they don't know what's happening.
It's-
that's
but,
true.
like,
Like,
you
there's a lot
guys-
more energy put into it, but it is. I get what you're saying. It is
Yeah.
the same vibe.
Yeah,
It's-
and I
you guys,
appreciate that.
we do
I
try to keep
appreciate
it
you saying that a
consistent
lot.
because, like, we like to record live, like straight
Mhm.
takes too. You
Yeah.
know, like that's what most of it is.
you
and
guys
it's
are the
good to
king
do.
at that. I have seen many a band be like, all right, we're gonna play and we're just gonna do it live, and be like, no, don't do that. But you guys came in and did it, and then did it well, and then did it like well on top of each other, and then played over it and overdubbed it and stuff like
Yeah.
that beautifully, perfectly. Like me and Matt are still like baffled by it. But speaking of the EP, or speaking of the full length,
The full length, yeah.
the
The foot long.
you got a song you guys want to play?
Oh, well, we could.
Yeah.
We certainly could do that.
Yeah.
You want to pick one?
I don't know.
All right,
All
let's
right.
do that one.
Let's do it. Well, when your face presents itself, my heart it starts to glow. And when you're gone, well, I get impatient and I doubt everything that I know. And the birds, they're screaming on and on. And the birds, they're screaming out a most beautiful song. And they could be singing of triumph and they could be singing of pain. They could be singing whatever, because all I hear is your name. Oh, and I don't know, no, I never ever knew just how to get or to hold on to you. And I never knew, and well, I guess I'll never know. And oh, well, I will not stop trying till the day I up and go. If I had a song, well, it would have to be for you. Oh, and if I was a poet, then it might even sound true. Oh, and well, if she wanted to help, you know that I would let her. And if I was a musician, then this all would sound much better. Oh, but all this ash is starting to make me choke. All of this liquor starting to burn my throat. Oh, and I Can you be drowning while you are staying afloat? And hell, can your poison never be your antidote? Oh well, I don't know, no, and I never ever knew just how to get or to hold on to. And I never knew, and well, I guess I'll never know. And oh well, I will not stop trying till the day I up and go. When your face presents itself, sometimes I doubt everything I know. When you're gone, I get so lonely. To the instruments I'll go, singing I don't know, no, and I never ever knew just how to get or to hold on to you. And I never knew, and well, I guess I'll never know. And oh well, I will not stop trying till the day I up and go. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Hell of a song.
Thank you.
For those at home who don't realize that that song was called "I Don't Know," and that was a whole bit
That was a bit, we got you.
seems supernatural. Supernatural.
Yeah, supernatural indeed. Paranormal.
I love it because like it reminds me of also like in side note of a side note in the studio when we were talking about recording the song. Every time you guys were like, "What song do you guys want to record?" and you're like, "I don't know," and I was like, "All right, well, let's just pick one." And he's like, "No, we want to record I Don't Know," and I'm like, "What?" And
Yeah.
you're like,
The
"It's the
song's
song."
name is I Don't Know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
we had-
brilliant.
Yeah, Matt reined you in a couple times.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
That came from me going to play songs for a bunch of people, and then after, probably annoying the hell out of them with random songs, being like, "Hey, what song do you guys want to hear?" And they go, "Oh, I don't know." And so then I wrote a song called I Don't Know, so that excuse could only be used one time.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I saw. It reminds me of a meme that was like back in the day where it was like, naming a restaurant. I don't know. So we're like, "When do you want to eat tonight?" I don't know. Okay, cool.
Okay.
The choice has been taken off
There
the
you go.
the menu. You
Now
just
you
go.
picked.
Yeah, you have
Right.
chosen.
You've chosen.
But no, that yeah, it gets me in the studios to this day. Like we'll be mixing, and like, "What are you mixing?" I don't know, and I'm like, "Okay, cool, thanks,
Yeah, he's
man."
just playing around.
It's like,
over
all
there.
right, awesome.
He doesn't even know what he's
Um,
doing
yeah.
right now.
No, I
Hey,
enjoy.
what's your favorite song on that album? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I think that is my favorite song. So it's like
Right.
it is kind of tricky because it's gonna be right for me. It's like, oh, I don't know.
No, I.
You're in the
You
band.
guys going back to like your recording habits and stuff like that. You guys, I've never seen two people who play so well to each other.
Oh,
And able to like, yeah, there you go. Cheers to you guys.
Cheers.
Bring it in. Anyways,
The cheers is
Cheers.
implied to you, Josh.
right.
Yeah.
Of course.
You're always
Here you
included in
go.
our cheers. Yeah.
You guys play well to each other. So like, if one slows down or one speeds up, like the other one is there picking it
Yeah.
up, perfectly. And I think that's beautiful. Especially, I guess it lends to your live atmosphere as well, because like all of us have like off nights too, where like I'm not gonna play this in the tempo it was written, so
Mhm.
I'm just gonna either speed it up or slow it down. And the band members usually are like, "Please don't, please just play it right."
Yeah.
But you guys are able, like, you guys are so in tune with each other that you're just there, and you can.
There are plenty
Yeah.
of times live where I start a song too fast, and then I'm like, now we're in it.
We're in it, yeah.
Really
Just
fast.
going for
And
it.
then I look at Kyle afterwards, and I'm like, "I'm sorry about that. That was on me." And he's like, "Yeah, that was really fast, man." And I'm like, "Yeah, we gotta slow it down next time."
For sure. And
It's
Kyle,
usually
sometimes
fine.
it-
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
when the energy is really good in a place.
Yeah, you're just
and,
buzzing.
You know, and then just go.
Yeah,
for
you
it.
just go fast
And then I
because
realized it on my arm, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna hurt.
yeah.
You know, my arm gets just gets sore really fast.
So,
you know?
old my first band, the States, a lot of our old like never released songs were very folk, like bluegrass folk kind of stuff.
Okay.
And so like the strumming was just like,
Yeah.
and it's like doing that for 3 minutes straight. Your like arm is like, I'm
Yeah.
ready. I'm ready to stop now.
Yeah,
We're
now
just
you-
play one song
Now
tonight.
you know why all my songs are so short.
True. Yeah. But no, like you guys seriously play wonderfully together and feed off each other beautifully as well.
Well, thank you, Josh.
Always.
Yeah, it's just
Always,
fun.
Kyle.
It's a lot of fun playing with Taylor. Like, we pick up a similar wavelength. It seems. It's just really easy because timing. That's what's tough when we're recording. Josh is trying to be, a professional about it, and we're a bunch of knuckleheads.
We're
and he's
goo-
like,
we're a couple
"So what's
goofballs."
what's the tempo of this?" And we're like, "I don't know.
I guess
We
we'll
don't think
just
about
play it
that."
for
Today
30
is
We'll
seconds.
play it for
Tuesday,
you
so
when
the
you
tempo
tell
is
us.
Tuesday.
Yeah, how windy is it outside right now?
Yeah, man. Tempo's a man-made concept.
Yeah.
We
Just
play.
like time, dude.
Yeah,
It's so true though.
But it's true. Like we do play to the environment, and like a lot of my cues, I specifically take from the way that Taylor's strumming. So like I make sure that like if I'm playing a certain way, I'm trying to match what he's also bringing to
Yeah,
it.
it's honestly a shame that the band name In Sync was already such a popular band name
Yeah.
because of how in sync
We
we are.
should-
It would have
we
been a
should
good
have been
band
in
name
You
for
could just
us, but,
add
like,
the I
We can't do that.
in sync,
We couldn't do
Mm.
that.
and then take the C,
You
turn
and
it
I
into a
both
K.
know, Josh, that we couldn't do that.
That's true.
Oh, we'll
That's
do
true.
it in sync. Like we're in a.
In a
sync.
sync, like yeah,
Oh, in a sync.
in sync.
That's another good album name. Man, we just keep doing
Let's
it
go.
in
We're gonna
sync.
think of two more
Yeah.
good album names. before
Uh,
we
It's a bunch of
Backstreet
hot dogs
Boys.
In a sync, yeah.
Boys of the Backstreet.
I don't know. I feel like
Backstreet Hot Dogs.
we're more Front Street guys.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't think we deal much in the back street.
All right. Well, I tell you what.
Actually, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
could we play another song for you?
Yeah,
I would
that's
also love to potentially plug another band that you guys should have on here called Surface Dwellers.
Oh yes,
Or
absolutely, absolutely.
Squog
Oh, yeah, man.
is
Yeah,
he
he's-
does some
Squog
original work
especially.
and
Yeah.
and this is their favorite. This is Squog's favorite song, and that's what made me think of it. I was like, if you guys are looking for songwriters that are
Yeah, he's
hot right
he's
now,
hell of a.
Squog
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Surface Dwellers in general, I would definitely check.
They are
out.
amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways,
Anyways.
Anyways,
well, let's settle down now, darling. Let's not make a sound. Let's close our eyes before the Sandman comes around. Settle into a dream, and darling, I will hold you near. Anyways, I would have said that, yeah, if only you were here. Rise and shine, sweet angel. The sun has come up. I'll make us some food and you go throw some coffee in that cup. And get ready for the day that I know is going to be just fine. Anyways, I couldn't believe that, yeah, if only you were mine. What a wonderful day, love. Come rain or come shine. It's my favorite thing when you let me take up some of your time. And as the stars come out, I'll take my hand and we'll head home. Anyways, we could have done that if you hadn't left me all alone.
So let's settle down now, darling. Let's not make a sound. Let's close our eyes before the Sandman comes around. Settle into a dream, and darling, I will hold you near. Anyways, I would have said that if you had fucking disappeared.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Thank you guys very much.
Very very good. I'm partial to all the songs. Like, I think we had a saying while you guys were recording the uke songs that this one's gonna be a single.
Yeah, the first song we
Every
played, and
song.
the first like 5 songs we played, every single time you're like, now this is the single. And I was
Yeah.
like,
single.
I was like, man, he's got like 15 more songs to hear.
Yeah, I know,
that he hasn't
and they're all
heard before.
single worthy. I think
Well,
they are all single worthy.
Yeah, it was really funny because it was the first song we played for you, and it was like a new song that we started playing that like Taylor had like years ago that we're like never played. We played it to you. You're like, that's the single, and we're like, okay, and we like played it a bunch of times. We're like, man, I don't think we played this. It was like the second time we played it
Like,
was for you.
Yeah.
Barely at all, yeah.
No, you guys.
Yeah, we got tons of practice on that one.
Seriously, and that's just a testament to how in the sync you are.
Man, we are
We are in the same sync.
But
98 degrees,
but
dude.
no, it's like you guys.
Trying to bring them all in.
Oh, what are I don't.
New Kids on the Block, but I mean, I feel like we're not the new kids.
Something LFO.
No,
Oh,
there you
something,
go.
something
Something
LFO.
Menudo.
Bell
No.
Biv DeVoe. Tony, am I right, folks? Anyway, I digress. Please.
Oh my god.
Please.
All
please
right.
digress,
So I know you guys talked about it a little bit when you guys came in the first time, but I've known Taylor since the beginning of the States when we were playing courtyard shows.
1776, folks.
I was wearing a state shirt yesterday or 2 days ago.
Were you really?
Yeah.
I can't. Have you guys done the thing they said you're gonna do to them? Or the
No,
ones
we
you-
only-
No,
we only
were
have
hoping
so
that you had
few.
a bunch of them, so
Yeah,
you could do them and
no.
then sell them to people.
friggin'
Yeah, we-
cockroaches and rats got to them.
we wanted to take all of Josh's old The State shirts and just screen print our image right on it.
Yeah.
Just
And,
like
you
that
know,
would've
an X over
or an
it, and
X,
then
like
underneath
some
it,
scribbles
in a really
out.
sloppy way. Just put
Not these guys.
Glizzy Gillespie
Yeah,
instead, or
Glizzy
something.
Gillespie instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually that, not just Glizzy Gillespie. Have
Yeah,
it
just
written out.
Glizzy-
Glizzy Gillespie instead.
Or just like
This,
not
but
Glizzy
Don't listen to them.
Glizzy Gillespie.
Us.
Well, that means a lot. But yeah, no, I've no. Sorry. Yeah. This is what happens when buds get in here and do
Yeah.
this. I can't.
Yeah. You just goof around.
But I've known you. I've
professional.
known you for what? 9 years.
That sounds about right.
Play those first courtyard shows.
Oh man, the courtyard shows are really fun.
They were really fun. There was like 17 of us that were playing all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All day events.
But those are some of the fun. And then you moved away for a bit, and
I did.
then when you came back with a vengeance
Came back full force.
with a guy named Kyle. So talk about like that kind of.
Honestly, it was pretty
Beginning.
soon before I moved. Was the last time I played with Kyle.
Yeah.
At Infinite, and there it was called Brewed, Screwed, and Tattooed. It was like this, like the coolest show I'd ever been invited for. And I was like, I'll get Kyle to play with me.
Yeah, we said this show has
And
a name.
I
We're going.
I played my banjo, and they have like 10 ceilings.
Yeah. It's like
And
a metal
Kyle
room.
brought an all metal resonator guitar
I brought my
to
solid
do leads
chrome.
with, and that was it. That was just us with the 2 tiniest instruments and the tiniest place.
And that's
Yeah.
a
You could
very
imagine-
very bright room.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I remember the end of that set because like we didn't get a lot of applause or like any,
yeah.
and so I remember being like, "Well, I'm Taylor Shaneborn, sorry,"
Yeah.
and then we clicked the mic off and I just unloaded, and but it was still a really fun event to play.
Yeah, we had fun.
Yeah.
It was still a fun
We don't know
time.
if they did, but we, you know,
Doesn't matter if they did or not.
I-
We did.
we had fun. That's
But,
what matters.
But then I moved back, and I started working at Mutiny, and we started putting shows on. And I remember seeing a guy, because I, you know, like it's just me in my head, my originals.
Mm-hmm.
How much would it fly for me to play it here?
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw a guy, Danny, attack, and I was like, if his music flies, my music will fly. And so that was a cool time. And then Sam Betty, who runs Mutiny.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Sam.
Shout out
out
Sam Betty for
Sam.
running Mutiny.
Absolutely.
Sam Betty, we're talking about you, thinking about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
We'll see you in a little bit.
We'll
Love
see you in
you.
a little bit. We're
Yeah.
gonna see you in
Yeah,
like
we
an
will see you in
hour
a little bit.
to-
Yeah.
for some serious debauchery.
Yeah.
And then so he asked me, he goes, hey, you want to open up 30-minute set before these few bands? I think it was like Love Kills Joy and the Rottens.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, hell yeah. And then I asked Kyle if he wanted to do it. And I was talking about the resonator guitar again.
Yeah, we
like I have
both-
like
I think we
years
were both
later, I
scarred from
still
that,
didn't
yeah.
learn my lesson. Still asked for it. And he goes, no, I'm gonna play the bass.
Yeah, I'm gonna play
and
the
I was
bass
like,
now.
even better. and since practice one, even just the beginning of it, it's just been
Beautiful.
synergy as you
Yeah.
know.
Because if you
Freeze
didn't
frame
hear
high
on
fives.
the,
Right. It was
Yeah.
it just worked out. He already played music with me before. He already knew some of my
Yeah.
originals, and relearning some of the songs was nothing. And he's writing these crazy when I describe people playing bass for me, describing people that have never heard us, and I'm like, I play ukulele and I play banjo, sometimes I play harmonica and I sing, and I have a bassist who absolutely goes to work on every single song.
Absolutely. I think that's one of the first comments I ever had when you guys went through the 20 songs. Oh, yeah, by the way, the album is going to be 20 songs,
Yeah.
which is very exciting because you get to digest a lot of good stuff. But when you guys went through the songs, the biggest thing I noticed was that, holy shit, does Kyle never stop playing ever?
man, yeah, I'm walking for miles on that
just
album, dude.
walking up
Yeah.
and down that bass.
Yeah.
And very well, I might add, because that's not an easy feat to do.
It's just fun, man. It's really fun. Taylor and I, back when we used to play together, like 10 years ago, it would be we'd practice maybe once at his house, and then a week later we'd show up at the English Dart Tavern. Shout out EDT.
Shout out EDTs.
I guess, right? Are they?
It's everyone's drinking tavern now.
Okay, well.
Really?
Anyway,
They
we
didn't
want to
be associated with the English or darts anymore.
Aw.
No, I'm just kidding. That's I don't
No.
know. I don't know. That's why they changed it.
Fabrication.
I was like, wow.
I
What
think
do
they
they have
just
against
wanted
the
to
real
do
big
ETs,
stance on
and they
them,
got. I know, right? Because why would that even matter?
But we would just show up there, and he'd play, and I would just improvise. I had my guitar and a little Vox amp, and I would just noodle around because like I learned by ear and
Mhm.
just like playing around with my friend Sam, and like we had a band that every song we ever recorded was just improvised,
That's cool.
and so that's how I grew up playing music, and like just playing with Taylor, like it finally set into my brain that like don't play constant leads. Play a constant bass line. People enjoy that way more.
It is. It's
And
very
so-
cool. It's very, yeah. And plus it's unique. Like it's unique to you guys. Like I don't hear like you hear combos and people do like ukulele. Like I think ukulele got big between Eddie Vedder and like 21 Pilots and all their ukulele
Old
stuff.
Jason
like
Mraz.
Jason Mraz, like all these people. Like you hear that and it's like it's mellow. It's very mellow.
Yeah.
But when you add the way you play, which you play like punk is going out of style, which I fucking enjoy.
Mhm.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, that was
And
good
the
use
way
of
you
it.
play bass on
kept
top
some
of it, it's a very unique to you guys, and it's a very good sound.
Well, yeah, that's what's cool. Like like people ask like if I write the bass lines, and it's like we just showed up to practice, and when we practice, it just like whatever happens. And
It
if
reveals
sticks,
itself.
It reveals
Usually
itself.
works out
Yeah,
pretty
it's,
well.
dude. Yeah, the songs are really self-illuminating. It's crazy because Taylor's had them for such a long time that like coming to me, it's like it's so cool to I don't know take part in
And
them.
it's
you
really
know,
nice
in a
to
different way.
in my side of it. It's really nice to have somebody that actually wants to sit and like work on expanding the songs I've had
Oh, yeah.
written for years. I've been writing original music for like 15 years with no outlet virtually,
For sure.
Mhm.
and so it's nice to actually have one and people
Yeah.
enjoying it so much that we're on
Oh,
this
yeah.
podcast for a second time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We're freaking lucky to have you guys.
It's a blast, man. It's so cool.
Kyle, you, if I'm not mistaken, did you play Vincent Valentine's like last show or like one of the October shows? Because that's
Yes.
funny because it's a way that
Yeah.
like
That's
I
my
ran
old-
into you before
Yeah. Wow.
before
that's really
I
funny.
realized I knew you.
Yeah, I was very briefly in one of the iterations of Vincent Valentine. You know, shout out Matt Klopfenstein.
Yeah.
That was such a fun time. Like, but yeah, we were technically at the time. I think we were going by Male Daughters was the name of the band for a little bit.
That's right.
Remember with the Horseboat EP?
That's right.
So I was with him for a little bit, not too long, but we did play the Ocalloween Spooktacular.
That's right.
Where we
yes.
did a double set, Joy Division and the Misfits.
Yes.
And man, it's so sad because we only have footage of the Misfits set, which was arguably the way worse one.
It's the later set, right?
We practiced the Joy Division set for like 3 months. We got it down. I was doing lead lines and the synth on it.
Oh wow.
And it was so much work, but it was like all the songs, they switch back between them.
Mhm.
So like practicing it out, we got it down, and there's no evidence of it ever happening.
It's all
There's
here.
a great flyer though. There's
It's
a
up
great
here.
flyer. It's
For
like
the
the
people who
Misfits
weren't strung
skull with
out.
the, you know, the Joy Division shirts, with
Mhm.
the thing. It's like that, but the Misfits skull. It was a good flyer.
Nice. I'm proud of you guys.
So we
well,
can remember it through the flyer.
how about this? There is a song that I think is very interesting. That the premise of the song itself is beautiful, and much like your band, it takes place in a world, but isn't directly about said world.
Okay, you're talking about.
Yes.
He's talking about Celadon.
I'm talking about Celadon,
He's talking about the wonderful,
which some of you might realize that name
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
is a popular city.
Yeah. So I was gonna say this is really
Yeah, to be put on the
before
spot, yeah.
before I even really started playing music with Kyle.
Mhm.
I came up with this idea. Gonna sing about Pokemon, make folk band, call it Folkemon. And so I went to a person, Ace Eason. Shout out to Ace Eason.
Yes.
I went to a person who he definitely loves Pokemon more than me, and maybe folk music too. So I went to him, pitched that idea. He liked it immediately. We sat down like a day during like a lunch break, and we worked together at a screen printing place. I'm like, wrote this song and like recorded it the weekend after. And so the idea was that like not everybody who lives in the Pokemon world is out there trying to be the greatest Pokemon master of all time. Like other people got to work and shit too.
Not everyone can catch them
You
all.
know, right? There's doctors and police
Pokeballs are
people.
expensive too.
You know, there's like chefs and fishermen and whatnot. Like the world's got to work for you to be able to do this great thing that you want to do. So we figured there would be musicians in there. And so the idea was to write songs from the perspective of a musician living in a Pokemon world.
Beautiful.
So Celadon is a reference to Pokemon Red and Blue and Yellow is the city with the casinos in it.
Mhm.
It's not about it's not about Pokemon, it's about gambling. It's just Pokemon themed.
Just based in a Pokemon world, yeah.
Well, that is exciting. I'm excited to hear it. Everybody at home, go ahead and pull out your Game Boy Colors.
Everyone go ahead and pull out your Game Boy Color. Mine was the purple clear one.
Ooh, nice.
Me too.
I actually
I
still have it, and it still works, and it still has Pokemon Red in it.
I
Playable
own
right
I
now. It's
own
at
that
my
one
house.
now. The one I originally had was like the bright teal one. It was like solid color, but I had to go back and purchase one because I was like I needed to own one, and that one was the most popular. This is the one I always wanted. Was
Yeah.
the one that you could see through.
Dude, that purple see-through is where
My
it's at,
original
man.
Game Boy was the clear, like, big one.
Oh yeah, the
before the color?
the gray.
Just
What was the gray?
Well, one gray and one was clear.
Yes.
And I had the clear one. It was.
Yes,
the
I
best.
had a gray one too. It was my uncle's. All right.
This song is called Celadon, everybody.
It is, yeah.
Head hung in shame, I am coming home, back to where it all begun. Going back to my hometown, lost all my money in Celadon. It's a good thing my mom saved some cash from all the battles that I won. Stopping off to grab that stash, then I'm headed back to the city when I'm done. And I'll be singing Celadon, Celadon, sweet Celadon, only knock me a little off the track. Celadon, whoa, well, I'm coming for you, and I'm gonna win my money back. Celadon. stock my items, yeah, I sold them all. Don't have a potion or a single Pokeball. I sold the nuggets, they were straight up made of gold. And if I keep losing, then I'll even sell my soul, yeah, because Team Rocket know they won't become great. My gym badges, they can wait. If nothing goes wrong while I am away, then I'm gonna sit here all night and maybe just sing Celadon, Celadon, sweet Celadon. Oh, let's sell everything in my pack. Celadon, oh yeah, well here I am, and I'm here to win my money back. Celadon.
Beautiful.
It sounds a little better on the banjo when I can hit the parts right.
Yeah, no, no, you guys seriously have such a cool sound. Like,
I don't have a monitor, so I really goofed the intro of it.
no,
I
it's
do
fine. I saw you were
apologize.
like, let's.
I was like, let me listen to this thing. I think I'm doing it wrong. I got it.
no, you guys. See, that's the
We
other thing.
figured
is,
it
like,
out.
you guys,
Just science, folks. You know.
like, I feel like, this goes back to like my love of this man, and like I lived my life by this man. But Bruce Springsteen, like, cut his teeth. As
Born to Run, dude.
He was. Oh, Mr. Born to Run. Yeah. No. He cut his teeth on bar shows.
Yeah.
And just playing shows and
Yeah.
just being in tune with like your bandmates and being able to switch so much so that his now drummer Max, if
Max
you ever
Weinberg?
if you ever watch
Conan O'Brien.
yeah, I know, crazy, right? I
Yeah.
never put two and two together until like I watched a YouTube live of them, and I was like, oh, that's the guy from Conan. He's been his drummer for like since the '80s. But if you ever notice him in live performances, he is dead like cocked onto Bruce,
Yeah.
and because I guess Bruce has a bad time of counting off songs wrong, and so he's always just trying to focus, and because if he can get in focus with Bruce, then everybody else can get in focus with him, and it's like it's a good practice in synergy.
Oh
as you
yeah,
said
for
earlier.
sure. Yeah, body language is a huge thing. Like I
Mhm.
can tell so much about a song, like and where it's going for Taylor, like by the way he's strumming, by the way he's like tuning into that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
Which is really nice having somebody where, like I said, like, well, I'll get into a song too fast. And then, like, it's sometimes even halfway through, I'll just look at him and I'm just like,
Yes.
but I'm not slowing down because he knows it'll fuck up remembering all the words. Like, they're fast now. We're playing the fast version.
yeah, we do like to
Can't
say
slow
that
it down.
Taylor's got this thing where he's like Zoolander. How Zoolander can't turn left. Taylor, if he gets caught up where he forgets the words in the middle of his song and it goes for a little bit too long, start the whole thing over.
Start the whole song over
Just
again.
start it right back
I
on.
gotta be queued up.
Yeah.
Right.
It's great though, but it's good to know.
But
There's
no,
a
it's
few,
good.
There's a
like-
few songs I can get away with it,
That's true. Yeah.
or like sometimes it only takes
Some surprise ones.
if I don't
yeah.
get it, if I miss coming in for words after like an instrumental break, and I
Mhm.
take one extra instrumental break,
Mhm.
if I don't get it that second time around, Kyle knows it's gone.
Yeah,
And
we're
we're
doing this
hitting the
again.
chorus one more time and ending
Yeah.
the song.
Oh. Well, see, like, so here's the
It's
thing.
so true. Yeah,
It's
It
like
happened on
great.
Love Is Like a Cigarette last
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
It all sounds like a faux pas, like, oh, you shouldn't do this. But, like, I think that also speaks to, like, literally the energy and charm that you guys bring on stage, that if you
Oh,
were to
we're
stop,
a big faux pas.
if you,
Oh,
if,
yeah.
well, if you stop a song halfway through and be like, no, we're just going to do it again. Everyone's like, hell yeah, let's do it. I like
Yeah.
that first verse.
Yeah.
Throw it in again.
Just
It's
gonna
really
be a little better this time.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
it's
it's-
really funny with Taylor and I because like I like the Grateful Dead and Taylor
Mhm.
really doesn't like the Grateful Dead.
It's not that I don't like them. I'm just not
A jam
He's not
as
band.
pro.
into them as
No.
He's not pro Grateful Dead. He
How
might
do
be
you feel, how do you feel
neutral.
about Dave
I'm not
Matthews?
I'm
Oh,
definitely not
I'm anti Dave Matthews.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not anti Grateful Dead.
Okay.
I just it's like I didn't really grow up listening to Grateful Dead, and it
Oh,
wasn't one of
me
those
either.
bands that like grabbed me necessarily.
So
But
what?
the
So
thing
what I
being,
hear,
like,
But
they
then-
play a song different every time,
Mhm.
and that's
Right,
kind of the
right.
approach that I take it, because it took me a long time to memorize the bass lines I was playing. I would just goof around every time I played with Taylor, and I'd be like, "What are the chords of this song?" And then I would just play based on knowing how to structure that. And it took, man, probably 4 or 5 shows before I was like, I actually have bass lines for these
which
songs.
I think is funny because we as musicians are like, oh yeah, we're just goofing around and trying to figure it out, but
Yeah.
that takes a lot of mental capacity. I feel like it shows a better musician to improvise on the spot for that kind of stuff than it does for like, this is the thing that was written and I'm playing it exactly like this every time, like, which is no shame in that, because people they fall in love with a certain version of the song and you want to play that for them because
for
it's about
sure.
the fan. But for musicians, when we see that and you're like, oh, he's just improvising and he's doing it in key and he's doing it on time and with the other guy, that's awesome. And like you guys both do that. You guys play within each other, and that's a strong a bond. A bond not easily broken.
That's that hot dog bond.
That's
Dude.
beautiful.
It's a hot dog bond.
Double dogging.
So, but what I did hear though is that Taylor does hate the Grateful Dead, and get in the comments.
Get it.
I do not hate the
Just
Grateful
kidding.
I did discover, like, having never really, like, I never really grew up on them too much, and then I've like known a lot more Grateful Dead, hardcore Grateful Dead fans, the old Deadheads, as they like to call themselves. Would you consider yourself a Deadhead?
I don't know. That's a lot of.
That's a
that's
yes.
a commitment.
Yes, a yes.
If I'm a no, you're definitely a yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I wear
Okay.
this bandana all the time. I kind of feel like I've been grandfathered in at this
Show
point.
off your jacket. Where's this jacket at?
Yeah, where's? Oh yeah, see my tie-dye jacket. Tell me I'm not a deadhead. That's true.
But
Oof.
but it was like one of those things I known a lot of more Deadheads, and I was like listening to the music, and I'm like, oh, this is good. But now I get why these people are the way they are. They like drugs a lot,
Yeah.
and that's why they like the music so much. And that's
That's
why every song can sound completely different every single time they play it. And it's
Understand it,
still
man.
fucking groovy,
It's all,
dog.
it's all about the groove, bro. It's
and-
awesome.
and-
He
great.
just doesn't get it.
It's like have
Right.
it's like have you ever talked to a Fish fan?
Well, Fish
Is-
is.
Can
Fish
you
is
really
like a
talk to a Fish fan?
That's
Do
true.
they have conversations?
They do, just not with the person talking to them.
Hey, speaking of Fish fans, I want to give
Yeah,
another
Fish
shout out to our
fans.
boy Juan Bengoa.
Yeah.
He's
Juan
also a hard guy
Bengoa,
to have a conversation
he's a
with,
Fish
but for a
fan.
totally different reason. And we love you, Juan. We do
Yeah,
love you
we
to
do
death.
love Juan.
That's why we
Holy
wore
shit,
our
is he a
Juan.
Next
Fish
time you
fan?
see
We called
Juan,
each other.
Next time you see
But
Juan,
he's a jam band fan for sure.
Oh, okay.
put
That's-
on
that's fine.
Jamiroquai. Next
Which
time
is
you see
Jamiroquai?
him,
Yeah.
slap on some Jamiroquai, and you'll make his day.
Talk about
beautiful.
cheese, talk about lettuce, and he's gonna talk your ear off.
Oh yes, the bands, not the food.
I would say he
groups.
eats cheese, but not lettuce.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, lettuce is a
That's-
great band
And a great food.
and a great food.
Yeah,
I do
it's
love
good for
lettuce.
It's like a nice salad.
I like to go
Yeah, it's
straight
a
for
good
that raw lettuce.
Where are we at?
Can I give a shout out to salads real quick? And cheese.
Here's
Yeah.
the salads and cheese.
the foods.
Dressing. What's your favorite dressing?
Ooh.
I like dressing like this.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I dress like this too.
beautiful.
Yeah, I like overalls a
Jeans.
lot too.
Absolutely.
Jeans, shoes. So, I like,
You know,
I don't like to
flashy
wear shoes,
most of the
but-
time, but if I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it.
And this is what it's like to actually be in the studio with these guys, 'cause we will literally jump from topic to topic. Guys, we are getting towards the end.
Oh.
I know that you got one in the chamber ready to go. Which sounds so masculine and weird. I don't know why I even said it. I don't know anything
I
about
didn't even
games.
hear about that because we were talking about
Oh.
having one in the chamber
Oh,
before you die.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
And how
Also,
you shit
yeah,
your
did
pants
you
when
know
you've
that
got one loaded in the chamber before you die?
if you die, I've used it so much tonight. Oh
We
my
were talking
God.
about this like 30 seconds before we went live and was like trying to calm ourselves down before the cameras came on.
That's true.
And I can't believe you just used that expression, one in the chamber,
Again, for a
at the
second.
end of the show.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Um,
We had no
Get
time
us
to
off
talk
track.
about that.
We
Let's
can't
just
even
say
get
that
back
if you're
into it.
going to pass away, empty your bowels. Don't leave it.
Yeah,
for
if you
other
feel like you're
people to see.
dying, say heads
I say
up,
leave it.
I'm going to
Hold
the
it.
bathroom.
Hold it for a day and a half. Eat a bunch of Chinese food beforehand.
Oh no.
You don't got to clean it up.
Oh gosh.
There's two ways to look at life, ladies and gentlemen.
That is true.
Yeah,
that
it's
is
true.
that is true.
Nothing matters.
So
or nothing
Those who
matters.
eat before they die, or those who evacuate their bowels before they do.
That's true. It's two people.
So
Two kinds
do,
of
do
people.
you want to play one for us, or do you want us to play one more for you?
You guys play one more, and then I'll play.
do that one
I'll
song?
show you a new one. Or actually,
yeah, let's
you know
do
what?
that once.
I'll show you a new one that I've been working on,
Oh,
and that I'm super nervous about, and then you guys can play that one song.
That sounds like a great idea.
I might cut this short. I might pull you guys and be like, I hate this, and I will cut it short.
Well, if it's
That's
a
called
new one, we
confidence,
don't know what
Josh.
the end
Just
is
be
like.
confident.
You'll
Yeah.
know because my face inevitably just goes like, oh, whoops.
Nah, just don't do that, and then they won't know. Yeah, every time we mess up a song, we say, that's how it sounds on the album, and that reassures the folks that they're getting the full experience,
That's beautiful.
admitting that that's exactly how it's supposed to go.
You guys should also go into PR for other bands.
We've done some good PR for like 4 bands tonight.
Yeah. It's all about community, and I think
Yeah.
that's
We did really bad PR for the
we're
States.
gonna
though.
go a little long. I think
They don't
for
exist anymore, but we
Right.
did terrible PR for the States.
And compare it, no, we didn't
Yeah,
do
those guys
PR for the
suck.
States. They get no PR.
yeah,
anymore.
those guys suck.
We gave them a little bit.
But no, for real though. I mean, we'll go a little long, but you guys have done a really good job. I mean, Taylor, with your showcases at Mutiny and stuff like that, like you guys have done a great job of being there, right there with Sam Betty, creating a music
We're
community.
trying our best, our damnedest to revive a music scene in Ocala.
and one that's inclusive of all, not just one style of anything.
The end of January, last Sunday of January is my 1-year anniversary of local music showcase. We're having Surface Dwellers that I told you about. You guys are gonna play.
We'll be there.
We're gonna be playing. I'm gonna have DJ Reynolds be my featured artist,
Yes.
and he has this limited edition
Dude.
poster he is selling.
I mean,
us.
how good can
And
it be
it
though?
is,
He's always second place.
It
I'm
is.
just kidding, that's
It is
honestly,
literally like
this
one of
image-
the greatest
this
images
image
I've
gets in
ever
first place.
seen. Have we shown
Yeah.
it to you?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Oh man,
I
it's a tasty
I can't
one,
show
dude.
it beforehand because it
Yeah.
will get stolen. And
It
like,
will, yeah.
It will absolutely. We've done a good job of not posting it. I'm like, way to send me that shit like 2 months in advance, DJ.
Yeah,
Where I
DJ,
just
we
gotta
wanna
sit
share
on it
this,
and look
man.
at it every day and go, and then not be able to use it. But
Can't do
no,
anything
we
about
are
it.
we're very stoked on it.
Hell yeah,
And
man.
just bigger things to come.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
all right. I'm gonna play a song, and then you guys are gonna play us out.
All right.
This song has no title at the moment, so it's
I
just
love
called
that.
Untitled.
Cool.
Uh,
I'll
What's
give
the
you one
title?
at the end of it.
yeah, it's a good title, right? Untitled.
I'm
What's
gonna
the
listen
title?
to it and I'm gonna
So-
tell you what it's called.
I've heard a lot of albums titled that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, that's what it's called. I've heard a lot of albums
Windows
titled
Media
that.
Player
I've
loved
heard a
those
lot
albums.
of albums titled Untitled.
Don't hold your breath now, darling. I was born on the lid end of a cigarette. I should have come with a warning. I'll give you something you'll never ever forget. It's a never-ending cycle, and just another cog in a broken machine. We're all waiting on revival. So give me something I can believe. And I stay high as I find myself on the edge again. Even after all this time, I still love you now, I still loved you then. I still love you now, I still loved you then. We're all wrestling with our demons. Don't get too close or you'll see something you can't fix. It's not a matter of forgiveness, just a spine that you can reckon with. And she'll stay high as I find myself on the edge again. Even after all this time, I still love you now, I still loved you then. I'm gonna love you now, I still loved you then. Yeah. Fighting with night. We're broken and bruised, and it's alright. And we're fighting with ourselves tonight. We'll dance in the dark till the morning light. I'm gonna dance in the dark till the morning light. I'm gonna dance in the dark till the morning light. Like stay high. As I find myself on the edge again. And after all this time, I still love you now. I still loved you then. I'm gonna love you now. I still loved you then. Then. Thank you very much. Guys, it has been a pleasure having you guys
Man.
here.
It's been a lot of fun.
You guys are awesome. Thank you for coming back. Thank you, Kyle, for being able to be
Always.
heard.
It's a pleasure to be heard.
You guys seriously are some of the best, not just best musicians that I know around here, but some of the best human beings that I've ever had the good
Man, thank you,
fortune to be
Josh.
friends with. So
And I can honestly,
Yeah, say the same
as
with you.
genuinely as I possibly
Absolutely.
can, say the same exact thing for you,
I
Josh.
appreciate it,
Yeah.
boys.
It kind of blows my mind how big of a fan you are of mine, and I know I tell you this all the time
Dude.
because of how big of a fan
Yeah.
you are of mine, and I'm just like, no, wait, I was a much larger fan of your band first, so don't you
No,
come
no,
back
no,
on
no, no,
me.
no. All your solo banjo days. I was no. Seriously though, you guys are some of the greatest people I've had the good fortune of knowing and calling friend. And Wednesday at Mutiny, you guys are playing.
We are playing
so
with
if
Colorblind
you-
Dinosaurs
are.
and Spider Bucket.
Yeah, so come by
And
get a
Torture.
drink, have a drink.
There's
No,
that
not-
Orlando.
that's just on
Torture's
Orlando.
not joining us on that one.
Nope,
They're gonna be in
just
Orlando, though. We're
Colorblind
also there, too.
Dinosaurs
At the
and
end,
let's
Folks,
just
I'm
keep
hanging on
naming
by a thread. I
bands.
can't keep track of my own shows.
We'll confuse
playing
everybody.
with the Grateful Dead. No, but no. You
Torture
guys,
is the name of a Grateful Dead cover band.
You guys, please,
Yeah.
please, play us out and thank you again for
play
coming
us
by
out.
and happy holidays.
words.
This will be the last one before the holidays. We even put a friggin' Santa hat on a nondescript.
It's
guitar.
not on there all the time?
No, it's
Oh.
not. It's not holidays all the time. So
That
have
is a
a
very
happy
nondescript
holidays.
guitar.
Was there a pumpkin on it for October?
No, we only
Just a
celebrate
thought for next year.
Santa Fest.
Oh.
Santa Fest 2K22.
Well, you should think about like Valentine's Day,
just put a heart, yeah.
St.
A big
Patrick's
human
Day,
Yeah,
George
we really should've
Washington
gotten into the
Day,
merchandising
With
Uh,
George
business.
Washington's head right on top
right,
of it. There
yeah.
you go. But you guys play us out. Thank you so much for having
Alright.
us. Or thank you so much for coming
we're
in.
playing that one song.
That one song.
Oh, yeah, that one.
I mean, we played, I don't know, we played anyways.
Here's that
played
one.
Celadon.
Here's that one song.
Here's that one song.
I wrote a song a very long time ago. Oh, and I tried to forget the words, but I found out that it was too damn hard. Oh, and I tried to burn the lyrics, but the fire simply would not start. So I took those crumbled letters, oh, and I threw them away. And when I returned to my room, they were sitting right there in the same damn place. So how do you possibly forget a song for days and weeks and months that's been stuck inside of my head? It's a constant reminder of pain, but it was written with words of sweet, sweet love. And now every time the chords they change, I'm reminded of your sweet, 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 sweet touch. So I try to cut the paper out, but I broke every pair of scissors, oh, and every single knife. And when I tried to drown the thought, don't you know it came up dry. So I sat there and I wondered, oh, I only wondered why. It was so damn hard to forget, or why I would even want to song a very long time ago.
God, I love you guys. so
Man, I
much.
realized way too late that I had. Man, I turned down my knobs because I was like, every time I set it down, I was like, oh, I'm gonna bump this, and it's gonna sound so awful on the other end. And then I was like, playing halfway through, and I saw her like with
Hey.
the headphones, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I
was
turned
wondering-
all of my volume.
Hey
was wondering
kids,
why you
never
did
turn
that.
your knobs too early.
Oh man, so we played back on the bid where Kyle, turn your bass up.
Yeah,
God,
that's why I started.
Kyle.
That's why I started laughing so hard. Is because Taylor last show, like, the sound guy hadn't turned my thing on, and I was like playing a bunch, like waiting for it to kick on, and Taylor was just like, "Kyle, turn your bass on," and I was like, "Taylor, it's on."
God.
And yeah,
was
I
a
did
joke.
it.
Yeah,
I really
knew
did
it was on.
dude.
Well, I fucking love you guys.
we love you
We
too.
love you
man.
too,
Yeah,
brother.
it's been awesome being here.
Hell yeah,
It's
man.
been great.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah, I'll take just the last bit not being heard on the bass.
Yeah, no, it was
way
great.
over,
You were waiting
yeah.
for the right moment.
That's
it was
right.
like the opposite of the last time.
It is
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
That's true.
Gotta
So-
give him a taste of the
Absolutely.
lack of sonic
No, I love you guys.
yeah,
You guys are amazing.
relief. I don't know. Well, thanks, man.
But yeah,
We love you too, Josh.
thanks for tuning into Songwriters Room.
Thanks,
We
everyone.
went way over, and I appreciate you.
Shout out, we're Glizzy Gillespie.
Yes.
Come out to Mutiny. It's where we play
Peace,
a lot of
Josh
our shows.
Jacobs.
It's where we're reviving the Ocala music scene
Yes.
pretty
Yeah.
much single-handedly.
It's,
We're getting some support from other
ground
businesses
zero.
and other places, but we could always use more.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Thank you very much.